Hello and welcome back, or first time to the Football First. This is the reaction show from the weekend. So basically, I think last week we had Monday Night Football and I decided to still do the reaction show on the Monday. That's not really fair. We're a Premier League reaction show, we're not the Premier League -1 reaction show. So I waited till today, but unfortunately because I waited till today, I'm on my own once again. So yeah, we're just going to have to go through with my opinions. I'll try and be as unbiased as I can. But it's going to be hard when we start with West Ham, Man United. West Ham winning that match 3-1. The goals were from Anderson, an own goal from Lindelof. Arnautovic, what a player, we'll get onto him. And then obviously the Man United goal was a very good actual finish from Rashford. Yeah, we'll start with Man United. Rashford's finish was probably the best thing. They pretty much set up with a 5 at the back. Well, with wing backs, but that is pretty much 5 at the back, not a 3-5 as they call it. I'm still going on the whole thing of Fellaini is still, when you take the hair out of it, Fellaini's still their best player. Rashford, I think it's this kind of time where he needs to start getting played more often. Yes, he is making a difference coming off the bench, but he's at that age now where once he starts getting Premier League football consistently, that's when you'll find out if he is a world-class player, which I hope he is, and I really like the guy. He just hasn't had the greatest of chance yet. Lukaku went missing that game. Sanchez was dropped. Pogba came off early. Fred wasn't amazing. So yeah, it wasn't the best performance from Man United. Pogba to go, Jose to go. I think they'll both be gone soon, January, to be honest with you. I think Jose will probably go before Pogba, but I think it was a mistake for Pogba to come back. But enough about Man United. Now West Ham, wow. Just look back 7 games ago, first game at Anfield, they looked terrible. Second game, they looked pretty terrible. Third game, still pretty terrible. And then around the 4th or 5th game, I think they got a draw or maybe even their first win. And it was kind of like, okay, looking a bit better. Pellegrini's had some time. And then they go get that draw against Chelsea. And you think they should have won that game. And oh wow, they're actually looking quite good. And then in the Carabao Cup, they go and win 8-0. Now, I don't care who it's against. 8-0 against any team puts your squad morale all the way up here. And like we said on the prediction show, Mash and Hopkins, both being United fans, didn't see themselves winning. I was the one who put them Man United down for a win. But you've got to give it to West Ham. What a game they put out for their home crowd. They haven't seen many of them. It's the first time as a neutral you kind of saw the atmosphere that you used to get down at the old stadium they had. I went there once actually, Kraken Stadium that was. I can't even remember what the name of it now was. But yeah, it was pretty much that kind of... It's when your team plays that well, you will get that atmosphere no matter what stadium you're at. And that's one of the first times I've seen it like Upton Park used to be. So yeah, really impressive. They're saying about the first goal, Zabaleta was offside. It's very, very tight, very hard to see in real life. Even the still image, it's very, very close. And Man United have had bigger offsides in the past year and got away with it. So you can't really complain about that. But enough about that game. On to Arsenal-Watford. Arsenal winning 2-0 with very late goals. Own goal from Kafka. And then Ozil with a very simple goal. I feel sorry for Watford. Another game where they should probably have got points from. I'm not saying that they should have won, but they definitely should have got points from it. Arsenal once again, not looking amazing. Watford, I think, still looking very good. Like I say, they're very unlucky. I think they played very well in the last few games and not really got the results. I think this is bad to say, but the best thing for Arsenal over that win was Peter Cech actually, I think he's pulled his hamstring. And I don't want any player to get injured, don't get me wrong, especially someone who's done so well in the Premier League like Peter Cech. But if Unai Emery wants his style to come through, he needs Peter Cech out of that goal and he needs Leno in. And now Leno's going to get his chance. I don't know how long Cech's actually out for. But straight away, Leno's confidence. I think he came out and punched 3 corners or 3 saves. It was a combination of the both within a couple of minutes. And he just looked so confident. Yeah, he probably will make a mistake, but I think he's the kind of player who will make a mistake and then get better from it. So yeah, I think that's a very big positive in a negative situation. Torreira looked good again, I thought. I still don't rate Ozil. I still don't rate Xhaka. I would like to see Ramsey, Torreira and Guendouzi play together, to be honest with you, with Aubameyang and Lacazette up front. I think they could have a really good team. I still think the defence needs a lot of work, but it's starting the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper will give their defence a lot more confidence passing back, because even though they try not to say it, if you're trying to pass back to your goalkeeper and you know that he's, like Peter Cech scored a couple of own goals, you're not going to pass back to him, and if you do, you're going to be very unconfident. Now they might have a bit more confidence where they have Leno at the back. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. What's up, Cooper? But yeah, still a good win against a very good Watford team. Everton, Fulham, Sigurdsson with the double, and then Tucson with a goal. Sigurdsson should have got his hat-trick. He actually missed the penalty. I think it was still at 0-0. He missed the penalty. That's the kind of game where Sigurdsson does turn up, but I think Sigurdsson's problem is he doesn't turn up regularly enough. He has got the talent and he is a good enough player, but he needs to do it more consistently. The goal, I think the second Sigurdsson goal was outstanding technique to get it around, but the first one, not so much. I think Fulham had a lot of chances before Everton scored. It was actually against the run of play, if I remember rightly. So yeah, I feel sorry for Fulham, but Everton back to winning ways. With the team that they got, they should be winning. Quiet game from Richarlison. Well, I say quiet game, he's still one of their best players, but a bit more quiet than he would have been, meaning that he wasn't on the score sheet. When Richarlison plays, you expect him to score at the moment. So yeah, but yeah, great little win there for Everton. And if I was Fulham, I wouldn't be too downhearted. I think they played really well. Like I say, the first goal from Sigurdsson, the second goal, first goal, whichever one he curled in, you can't complain about that. But they had a few chances for them, and they get there. They had a good result the other week, so yeah, carry on from that. Huddersfield, Tottenham. Still, Tottenham do not look amazing to me. They obviously won 2-0, 2 Harry Kane goals. One was a penalty, shocker from Harry Kane to get a penalty. Again, Huddersfield, I thought they actually played quite well for a team that haven't looked amazing lately. But obviously, with Tottenham's quality, they are going to push through and get that win. Harry Kane scoring 2 goals this time, not just penalties, so he has got another goal. But I still think the main man for Tottenham is Eriksen 100%. And I have seen some news today. So for the Barcelona and the Cardiff game, Barcelona game obviously being tonight, they're missing Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen, Moussa Dembele, Sergio Aurier and Jan Vertonghen. So it's going to be a couple of very hard games. And Tottenham better watch out for Cardiff. I'll get onto Cardiff in a minute. But they need to watch out for them. But I will say that during the little Cardiff match breakdown in a minute. Man City, Brighton, Sterling and Aguero. The first goal was just counter-attack, and it was counter-attack to its finest. And Sterling still miskicked it into the goal, even though it was a tap-in. The ball should have gone straight. He still managed to bang it to the left. But yeah, it's just a straightforward win. Brighton, their shape was really good. They defended really well. I said they wouldn't concede many. I said 2 or 3-0. I did expect Brighton maybe to get a goal from a set piece, but once again, I'd say still, even though it's a loss, it's really good to say, a really good result for Brighton. Going away to the Etihad, even though it still wasn't full, which is crazy. It really bugs me that it's never full. But yeah, it's a great result for a team like Man City, who steamroll lower teams like Brighton, no offence to Brighton, to come out 2-0. That's a good result, and obviously Man City just keep going. I think Man City are now top on goal difference. So yeah, good win for City, and I'd say don't be disheartened if you're a Brighton fan. It's not a bad result. It could have been a lot worse. Newcastle, Leicester. I thought Newcastle would win this. Again, Newcastle did quite well. Goals coming from penalty from Vardy, and then Harry Maguire also scoring. Harry Maguire had a very, very good game. I'm not the biggest Harry Maguire fan. I didn't jump on that bandwagon at the World Cup. but he actually had a very, very good game. Newcastle, again, another team this week where even though they lost, you should be happy with the performance. I thought Newcastle were a lot better than the last couple of games. They should have had more points, I think, out of the season so far than they have. I wouldn't be worried. Rafa Benitez, even with the money he's got, he can get you points where you need them, especially when times get tough. See who you can get in January, Newcastle fans. I won't be too worried, to be honest with you. And Leicester, 2 wins in a row now, maybe 3. I can't remember the result before the last one. But yeah, it's 2 wins in a row now. Vardy's more on the score sheet. He's getting back into it. So yeah, straightforward result. But Newcastle, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad performance. That's what you got to look at there. Leicester are a very, very good team, home or away. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that, Newcastle fans. You need to start beating those guys around you in the table, and that's what will keep you up. Southampton versus Wolves. Well, at Wolves, sorry. Wolves versus Southampton. Goals coming from Cavallero. I think it's his first touch ever in a Premier League since he's come back from injury. So yeah, he scored with that. And then Johnny scoring towards the end. Southampton, even with Danny Ings back in the team, very, very lacklustre. I'm not a fan of Charlie Austin. I don't think he's a great footballer, to be honest with you. I think if he's in the Championship, he'd bang goals in for you. Him and Ings don't work well. Ings is too good to have a strike partner like Charlie Austin. I don't know if you Southampton fans agree with me. But yeah, it wasn't a great performance from you. Defensively, for the second game in a row, I don't think you've been amazing. Redmond's been very quiet once again. I don't know if Tadic played. If he did, I didn't even see him. But yeah, Wolves, I'm going to praise you once again. You are the best team to come up from the Championship ever, in my opinion. You look amazing. You've got a strong bench. You've got a great starting 11. You've got experience. You've got youth. You look at Neves. You look at Adam Traore. And then you've got the experience with Jean Martino in the middle of your pitch. Wolves, I'm a big fan of Wolves this season. And I can see you doing very well. You're not going to go down anytime soon. If your club and your manager keep doing what they're doing, give it a few years, you could be hitting Europa League. And if you can get maybe even bigger names in or bring some more youth through, you can challenge up there for maybe one day a Champions League spot. But if you carry on going how you're going as a club, absolutely brilliant. Hats off to you. I think you've been absolutely brilliant. On to the Liverpool game. Chelsea-Liverpool, it finished 1-1. Hazard obviously scoring. That guy is in incredible form at the moment. I hate to say it, but yeah, he's just someone else, isn't he? If he was in a Real Madrid squad, or I think I can't remember who said on Sky Sports the other day, if he's in a Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City squad at the moment, he'd be scoring goals for fun. If he doesn't turn up, Chelsea don't turn up pretty much. He's got more goals than the whole Chelsea team put together. I know we're only 7 games in, but that's still quite crazy. He's got them through the cup game midweek. He's got them a point. He's an unbelievable player. Sarri is actually doing a great job. I wasn't too sure about him at first, but yeah, that midfield 5 at Chelsea, whilst I watched the game, really, really impressed me. I didn't even know Giroud was playing. I thought Hazard was playing like left and at the top. But that midfield of it was William, Hazard, Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho. I thought they were just incredible. They played so well. The 5 in midfield totally counteracted Liverpool's press. So yeah, it was really, really good. Hats off to Chelsea. I think they will still struggle when the Europa League gets a bit harder, more cup games, because their squad depth isn't as good as other clubs. But yeah, they're definitely finishing top 3, 100%. I think they look great. And if they can keep that midfield fit, playing like they have, and Hazard to stay as he is and not losing maybe January to a club, yeah, wicked. And then obviously Sturridge's goal, absolutely incredible. He did try something exactly the same in the Carabao Cup a few days before, but this time it came off. And yeah, he saved Liverpool. On the grand scheme of things, not even because I'm a Liverpool fan, I think we actually should have won. The amount of blocks, clearances off the line and chances we had at 1-on-1s, I think we should have won the game. But I'll take a point at Stamford Bridge. Not 100% anymore, but undefeated still, and still up there with Man City, even though they're superior goal difference, which they're always going to have because they're a great team. If whoever wins the league this year, if it carries on how it's going, deserves to be called a great team, because I think there's 3 or 4 teams this year who are absolutely incredible. So on Sunday we had Cardiff versus Burnley. Cardiff losing 2-1. Goals coming from Goodmanson, Sam Vokes and Murphy for Cardiff. Now, I've slated Cardiff every single show. Cardiff, you played quite well. I think you're unlucky to concede. You had quite a few shots saved. I'm going to say it again. Joe Hart has been incredible. He's having a great season. So, great buy since Nick Pope's been injured. So, well done to Burnley and their team for getting him. But Cardiff, you actually looked quite good. And again, I don't think Burnley are a low team, but these are the kind of teams that Cardiff need to start beating, getting points from. So to get a team, I think Burnley are much higher standard, but if that was against, their performance was against a lower team, a relegation battle team, or in that lower half of the table, I think you would have won that game, Cardiff. If you can now start putting performances like that against the people around you in the table, you could survive in the long run, but you have to keep that up. I thought you played very well and very unlucky. Burnley, you played very well again, but Joe Hart did keep you in it. He made some good saves, but your qualities shine through in the long run, I believe, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, good win there for Burnley. And then last night's match was Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. 2-1 to Bournemouth. We had scorers Brooks, Stanislas from a penalty in the 87th minute, and then Palace was Van Aanholt. Let's talk about the 2 first goals when it was at 1-0. Brooks, what a goal on your weak foot for your Premier League debut goal. Not Premier League debut, but your debut goal in the Premier League. Cracking little finisher, just underneath the crossbar. So yeah, weak foot, great. Amazing goal for the young guy, really pleased for him. I'm loving Bournemouth this season. But then, Van Aanholt, on your weak foot, smashing it near post. What a goal. 2 really good goals from both teams there. And then the penalty incident, I believe it was Sacco. I don't know what you was doing, but you can't do that in the box. You grabbed him and then threw him down. Yeah, it was weird, but don't do that, especially in the 87th minute. It's just stupid. So yeah, Bournemouth ended up winning. I think they should have won, to be honest with you. They had a lot of chances. They missed a few sitters. And Crystal Palace, like I've said before, without Zaha, you're not very good. I know he played, but this injury must be niggling at him because he didn't look like the same player. It's been a couple of games now where they're just keeping him in the team just for the sake of it. And maybe to drop him, let him get fit, to lose or draw a couple of games, you might have to do it because there's no one else in your team at the moment who can do what he does. And when he's injured or got a niggle, he doesn't play to his potential because 1, it probably hurts, and 2, if he tries something, it might make him worse. So yeah, I don't know what you should do. Probably should rest him, but you need someone else in January who can carry the team or at least help out the team when Zaha's not there. So yeah, guys, as per usual, let me know all your comments about this weekend's football. Obviously, we've got Champions League starting tonight, so it's going to be awesome. Any comments about football in general, throw them down in the comments. Obviously, hit the notification bell, like the video, and obviously subscribe to the Football First for all your football stuff. Yeah, any stuff. Football. Yeah, we all love it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.